Dr. Dalwai, the truth is that we do have urban poor, and like Poonamji pointed out, we could volunteer, we could make sure that we ensure certain children are fed, or a certain number of children that we take on as our own responsibility. But what would your advice be on what we can do about this?
No, I think there's a misconception that urban India does not have malnutrition or malnourished children. Half of India is in its smaller towns now, and the amount of malnourished children you'd see in the slums or in the poorer areas is amazing. It's really a huge number that we are missing out on. In fact, in the villages, somewhere or the other, unless they are completely a desolate area, they would get some food. But in urban areas, you may not have access to any food at all. And I have seen poor families buying some chips and some wafers and feeding their child, and because both the parents are out at work. So I think we need a concerted effort. My point is this: malnutrition should be a national emergency. We've been discussing this very often. Malnutrition, even when we spoke about Bihar encephalitis, it wasn't encephalitis as much as malnutrition. It should be taken as a national shame and as a national emergency. If we can have a national registry of citizens and find out each and every citizen where he is from, why can't we find out a registry of each and every child who has MAM or SAM, or who is malnourished basically, who is wasted or stunted? And why can't, instead of having these lakhs of detention centers, let's not get into the politics of that, why can't we have some work for these children and nurse them back to health and full nourishment, at least till they are 6 years old? Because we know the maximum deaths happen either in the first 1,000 days or as a consequence in the first 6 years of life. Why can't we have a national registry of malnourished children and watch each and every one of them?
Yes.
Unfortunately, like somebody mentioned, the schemes and corruption, what's important is to count each and every child. We are counting tigers, we are counting endangered species. How about counting each and every child that's born in our country and making sure that he or she reaches 6 years without this danger of malnutrition? That's what I'd like to say.
Very well said.